Students, very good morning all of you. So today is our second class that we are going to explain you about the partnership again. In the previous class that we had studied that what is the meaning of partnership, right? And why do we need them to prepare the different accounts in the partnership? Why do we need to study them, right? But now today I am going to tell you about very important points that are to be covered in the accountancy. These are the basics of the accounts to be prepared in the partnership firm. That what treatments of these particular things we have to do, we have to make during preparation of the accounts, different types of accounts, right? So before starting all that, this is the very first step which we have to start, that I have told you in the previous class. That what was that? The first one was the profit and loss appropriation account, right? This was the very first step in your partnership accounting. Okay, so here we are going to study about this account only, that what are the things to be covered under this. Okay, so these are the things which we have to make arrangements, we have to treat under this account, that how we have to show in this account all these things. Okay, so the first of all, it is the interest on the partner's capital. Interest on capital it is, but it is basically on whose capital? It is basically on the interest on the capital of the partners. Got it? Why do we need to give the interest to the partners? Okay, this is the main point. Earlier also we have studied it, that what is the capital. I think you all know it very well, that what is the capital. What is capital? Whatever the amount, either in form of money or in form of some goods or some assets, if a person is going to invest in a particular business, then that is the capital. And the particular firm who is using that asset or that amount in form of capital from a particular person is the capital for that firm. That firm is using that amount, okay, utilizing it to earn the profits, right? So for that very reason, the firm needs to pay some interest on that capital. Okay, some interest on capital is to be paid. To whom it should be paid? Those who have invested. Who has invested? The partner has invested, right? So the partnership firm has to pay some interest on the capitals to the partners, okay, to the partners of the firm. So this is the very important point. And now suppose that the firm is giving the interest on capital to the partners, then it is what for the firm? Of course it is what for the firm. Suppose this is the particular profit and loss appropriation account, okay? Suppose this is the profit and loss appropriation account, right? Profit and loss appropriation account. Okay, students, this is the particulars, this is the amount, again it is the particulars, and the next one is the amount. Okay, now see, if the firm is paying this money in form of interest to the partners, then it is what? It is a type of expense to the firm, right? And we all know that what we have to do with the expenses, we have to just debit them. We know now that all the expenses and losses are debited. Okay, so here it is, this is the debit side. So what we have to do? To interest on capital. Okay, be careful, don't forget, it must be remembered always in your mind that profit and loss appropriation account is only prepared by the firm, not by the partners, isn't it? It is only prepared by the firm, okay? Only firm prepare it for itself, खुद के लिए बनाती है, okay? So interest on capital is the expense for the firm, so what they have to do? They have to just debit it in the profit and loss appropriation account. Okay, suppose whatever the amount it is, 100 or something more. But be careful that we have to show that how many partners we are having. Suppose we are having two partners. Suppose A and B, whose ratios are 1:1. Means they are sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 1:1. So if this is the profit and loss sharing ratio between the partners A and B, and suppose they have invested the amount of rupees 10,000 and 20,000 respectively, both of them has invested this amount in the firm, and suppose you have been given that the rate of interest on this capital is 5%. Okay, 5% only. So we have to calculate the 5% of this amount and then we have to show it. So here what we have to do, for the A and for B, we have to show different amounts. Okay. Now see, the 5% of 1000 is what? 50 rupees. Right? 5% of 20,000 is how much? 100 rupees. We have to show the total amount of rupees 150 as the interest. Okay? In this way. Now, the interest on drawings is what? Acha, one more thing. Suppose we need to pass the journal entry for this. What can be the journal entry for giving the interest on capital to the partners? What can be the journal entry? Be careful that what we are doing. See, interest on capital we are debiting here, right? And who will receive this amount? Always be careful that there will be two entries. Once we have to pay the amount, then we have to transfer that amount to the appropriation account. So when we will pay, I am showing here. Suppose, let's see here. For example, if you are paying the interest on capital, then what will be entry? Interest on capital account debit to cash or bank account, whatever. Means you have paid the amount. It will be credited. Means it is going from your side. This is the expense. Expense will be debited. Debit all expenses. Credit what goes out to the head. To bank means the amount is going from you. So it will be credited. This is the entry. The second entry will be what? Means this interest on capital is your expense which is to be transferred in the appropriation account. Then if you will transfer it in appropriation account, then entry will be profit and loss appropriation account debit to interest on capital account. Got it? Now you have to transfer the interest on capital to the profit and loss appropriation account. So in the profit and loss appropriation account, you can't write profit and loss appropriation. So what you have to transfer? Interest on capital account to the debit side. It is credit here and it will be debited here. Isn't it? I hope you are getting it. Okay. So to interest on capital will be transferred here in this way. So got it? These are the two entries. If you will not pass this entry, then you are not able to show directly here. You will not be able to understand that how it comes here. So for that very reason, you must know this entry also. Is it okay? Okay, friends. So this is the entry for the profit and loss appropriation account, and that how you have to show the interest on capital there. Okay. So this is the journal entry. Got it? Now see. The second point. What is the second point then? Interest on drawings. It is the opposite case of interest on capital. Be careful. What is the interest on drawings? Drawings is what? First of all, we should know this. I hope you all know it very well. This is the old topic. You don't have any problem in it. So, if we talk about the interest on drawings, then we should know this, that what is interest on drawings? Drawings is what? Whatever the amount personally used by any of the partner from the firm, right? For the personal uses, you can say, okay? Means if a partner is withdrawing some amount for his personal use, okay, withdrawing the amount from the business for his personal use, then that will be the drawings. And because firm is paying the interest on capital, because the firm is utilizing that money, so it is paying the interest. So if you are withdrawing that amount on which the firm is paying money to you, on which the firm is paying interest to you, so if you are withdrawing that amount, then you must have to pay some interest to the firm back. Okay, very simple. If we are authorized to get interest, on our deposits to the bank, then why don't we pay the interest to the loans taken from the bank? Then also we have to pay now. Okay, the same thing is here. If we are giving the money as capital to the firm, and in that case the firm is paying interest to us, means to partners, then partners has also to pay interest now for utilizing the money of the firm in form of drawings. Okay, got it? So if this interest is the expense for the firm, then this interest will be the income for the firm, because this interest will be received by the firm. This interest will be paid by the partner to the firm. So it is just opposite to the interest on capital. Got it? So the journal entries will be reversed, and if the journal entry will be reversed, then this entry will also be reversed, means the interest on capital is on debit side and interest on drawings will be on the credit side. Got it? So how you have to show it? By interest on drawings A and B. Okay, whatever the amount they have taken, on that basis we have to just calculate the rate of as per the given rate of interest, the interest on drawings. But be careful, it is very important topic, interest on drawings. It is very lengthy topic, lots of cases are there in it, that how you have to calculate the interest on drawings. But very common, which is that I am going to tell you right now. After that we will discuss it very deeply, this point, because it is having lots of methods. Okay, so the very first thing is what, that whatever, if you have not been given any, suppose you have been given the interest on drawings, right, is at the rate of 10%. Only 10% is written. Got it? Be careful about it. Only 10% is written, means per annum is not mentioned. Then we have to pay the interest, we have to calculate the interest for the whole year. Okay, suppose the amount is rupees 1000, then 10% of 1000 is rupees 100. So for the whole year it will be. But if there is written 10% per annum, then we have to always be clear about the time period, that for how much time period we have utilized the money of the firm in form of drawings. Okay, so if there is written per annum and you have not been given any information regarding the time period, okay, if you have been given the time period, then you have to calculate as per that. But if you have not been given the time period, but per annum is written there, then you have to always calculate for 6 months, right? Means if the drawings is 1000, 10% of 1000 is 100 rupees, and for 6 months it will be only rupees 50. It will be rupees 50. Okay, and if the drawings made by B is rupees, suppose 2000, then same will be for B, it will be rupees 100 for 6 months. Okay, so in this way we will calculate the interest on drawings. Entry will be what? Entry will be what? Suppose interest on drawings is received by the firm. So what will be? Bank account debit to interest on drawings, right? Then it will be transferred to the capital appropriation account. Then what will be? Interest on drawings account debit to profit and loss appropriation account. In this way. Okay, we can't write the profit and loss appropriation account in profit and loss appropriation account. So we have to transfer this one. So it is debit here, here it will be credited, like ledger posting you have done. Okay, it is debit here, here it will be credited. Got it? Okay. If you have understood these points, then you will clearly understand other points also. Salary is what? It is the expense for the firm, in the same way as we have done in the interest on capital. Commission is what? Expense for the firm. Commission to partners is what? Expense for the firm, in the same way as we have done this. Rent to partner, expense for the firm, in the same way as we have done this. Means what? Salary to partner, expense है debit to salary to partner, to A or B, C, whatever it is, right? Then commission to commission, ठीक है, to rent, okay, to rent. Got it? Like this. So we have to do like this. Next topic will be our absence of partnership rate, that we will discuss in the earlier next class. Okay, thank you so much.